Hey, this is Mr. Jarvis for the digital media class, and we're going to be working with Pixlr, which is a Flash free online tool. They're in the process of creating a new version, as Flash is only going to be around for about another year on Google Chrome and Chromebooks. But I assume the new one's going to be similar to the Flash one. And Pixlr is also very similar to Photoshop. So if you learn Pixlr, even though it might not be this particular version, that might not be around for much longer, you're learning Photoshop by learning Pixlr, in my opinion. So it's still worthwhile. So the starting point is you're going to download Daffy, and you're going to download the Moral Rock. Your process is different than mine because I'm on a computer. When you download it and you click download, you're going to say save to my drive in your digital media folder in Drive. We've gone over that in class. See me if you need help. So our starting point is Pixlr, and so you've already downloaded it to your drive. And you might, once you click this, you might need to say enable Flash. Mine's automatically set to allow it, and I can't really get into make that change now, but you might have to click allow and manage Flash and allow. So see me if you need help opening this. So you might run into some problems there, and I can help you get that allowed on your Chrome. By default, it's Flash is not allowed to run. So you're going to open the image from your computer. Yours is going to be in your drive. So we're going to start with Daffy. And I noticed a lot of people put pictures on their other images that they found some clip art and had this white background. And I think it would look a lot classier if the white was gone. If it was what we call a transparent background, meaning the background of the image is see-through. So to do that, the first step is to unlock the background, which is right here. So there's a little lock on there because this is the background of the image. So I just double click it to unlock. And then I have the little magic wand tool, and I can click on this. If I hold the control key, I see a little plus sign. So there's a little spot there it didn't get. If I hold the if I hold the shift key, I get a little plus sign. Can you see it? And I can select more, like I can select his eyeball too. But I don't want his eyeball to be deleted or selected right now. So if I hold a control key, there's a little minus sign, and I can unselect things. Okay. Now that I have everything I want selected, see, I see a little spot there. I can also, do the same thing with the lasso tool. But I just hit delete, and now this is all see-through. Now to deselect it, I hold Control D, which on my screencaster Camtasia is going to bring up my drawing tools. But in Pixlr, it will deselect this, and I don't necessarily have to do that right now. So now you're going to save this to your drive. You're going to give it a new name. So Daffy. I'll say BG for background, so it has the transparent background. And the JPEG is not going to work. JPEG does not show transparent background, so PNG. Notice it says PNG is transparent, full quality. It allows transparent photos. So I'm going to go ahead and save that now. I called it Daffy. BG, remember what you called it. Save it to your drive, not your computer or your Chromebook. Okay. And I'm done with Daffy. The next thing I'm going to do, I can go ahead and close this out. Next thing I'm going to do is work with I already saved it. I'm going to work with a Moral Rock image. So really quickly here, so you save that. Moral Rock. And I'm going to select the background here. Notice I'm viewing this at 60%. I can zoom in or zoom out. If I zoom in, I can really take a look at something, and I can grab this little red rectangle and take a view at everything. Put it in the center. Now I'll go build this up again. Okay, in the center. Okay, so I want to select the sky. We're going to make the sky look cooler. So it didn't select everything, so I'm going to hit that shift key, keep going. I can also play with the tolerance, although I'd rather have the tolerance a little lower than a little too high. And for me, I think it's easier to select more stuff, but I'm holding the shift key, adding a little more, and right in here. And that's pretty good. So now I can do stuff. I can edit just the sky. So I'm going to do some filters here. I could say like a water swirl. That looks pretty good. I like to make sound effects when I draw and stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because it's kind of grabbing the rock a little. I can say hue saturation. Maybe give it a brighter color. I can adjust the color balance, take out some of the reds, so we'll make it look bluer. Add some more blue, get out the green. So now it looks like a bluer sky than normal. So I've kind of cheated with my photo. Tons of other filters that we have. So like HDR, high dynamic resolution, or that looks pretty cool. So once again, Control D will deselect. And now what I want to do is I'm going to add Daffy onto this. So I'm going to say, I'm going to add the image as a new layer. So I'm going to say, so you're going to open image as a layer. So if I just open the image, I'll have two separate documents, really. Two separate. So I'm going to open an image as a layer, and I can go ahead and get my Daffy BG. That's why naming is important. Okay, and there's Daffy BG. Notice he's transparent now. And now I have two layers. I have my background, and this is layer one. If I uncheck it, he's gone. Put him back. So now I grab the 4 arrows and I can move him around. If I want to edit him, I'll make him a little smaller perhaps. I can say edit, free transform, and if I hold the shift key, I'll just make him smaller and keep the his dimensions the same. If I mouse over and I get the little curve tool, I can curve him. Say, yeah, let's put him up here. Okay, or maybe down in the foreground. Okay. And then I'm going to apply the changes to that layer, and then I'm going to add some text. So I have two layers now. I'm going to add text. When I click on text, it'll automatically add that as a layer, another layer. Type Moral Rock. Want my text to look really cool, so I can grab a different font. I won't spend too much time looking for fonts. That looks pretty good. I can make the font larger, size, drag it up till it looks good. There we go. Pick a color. I like to click the web colors. It's just easier for me. Okay. I can move this aside and see what it looks like. Maybe a really dark blue. That looks good. Click OK. And make it bold. Moral Rock. So now I have a third layer. I have my background, layer one, and this one is called Moral Rock. And I can, with this layer, I can say layer styles here. Or I can click over here and change the layer styles. Maybe give it a drop shadow or an inner glow or both. That drop shadow is a little bit funky, so maybe like a yellow drop shadow. Okay, that's not looking too good. Oh, that's my inner shadow. So click on there. Maybe kind of here. That's kind of white. There we go. That looks a little better. Maybe not have the distance so far. Can adjust that. And I think I'll call it there. There's other things you can experiment with. But sometimes too much is not enough. Now, this had some ads on it, which is kind of annoying, this Pixlr. But here I have my final project. And if I want to keep working on it, meaning if I want to keep these layers, I'll save it as a Pixlr file, PXD. And then when I open it in Pixlr, the only program I can open it in will be Pixlr, but I can continue editing. If I'm done, I can say PNG and save it and turn it in. And this will look pretty good. Moral Rock. Give it a name you'll remember. Moral Rock with Daffy. Doesn't that sound like fun? And then you can turn in this on Google Classroom. And I think it looks pretty cool. We have a bluer sky and Daffy here in the foreground. We can do a bunch of other stuff to this too. Hope you, if you need help, make sure you contact me. Hopefully you got this and make some great images.